I just want to clean up other people's piss and shit. That's my main thing. That's my main thing when I look for a job. I don't want to clean up public bathroom.
Whole time, nigga. If you're really like putting your foot down on that shit, you don't need to. You can literally just be like, you know, no, I don't want to do this, and then just don't tell them while you're like trying to get the job. If you tell them that you don't, that's like your boundaries and shit, you'll be fine, bro.
That's my own. Like, I can do everything else, drool, all the rest of this shit. I'm not cleaning up somebody's piss or shit. That's why I worked at that restaurant that I worked at. Private bathroom. And I don't think any of us ever cleaned it. I think my boss cleaned it, actually.
That's so lit, bro. I remember there's a lot of stories where, especially some of my people told me, it's like, yeah, no, motherfuckers would like shit in their hand and like draw that shit right at a person.
Did I ever tell you about my senior year at a not private school?
No.
So I got kicked out of private school, and then I go.
So they actually kicked you out?
I got kicked out for having bad grades. We've talked about this.
Okay.
So I get kicked out of private school. I go to the next school. No cap, my first 3 months there, just like the weird. I never saw the shit, but you always just hear like weird shit. People fighting, people lighting garbage cans on fire. You never see it, but you always just like getting kicked out of school and shit. And there was this one period of time where multiple different days, weeks even, there was somebody or people smearing shit on the walls in the bathroom. Like, repeatedly.
Like, these are students, like mentally abled, intellectually sound people. Nah, that's fucking insane, bro.
Like, multiple times.
And no one ever caught the person that was just smearing shit on the walls?
Like I said, I always hear about stuff after it happened. Like, people would be like, oh, there's a fight every day. I saw one fight COVID cut my year short, too.
Okay.
I saw one fight the whole time there, but people were like, yeah, there's fights every day. I'm like, maybe I just don't be. I kind of skipped a little bit too, but like, I was like, maybe I just don't be here. I graduated shit.
Yeah, hey, fuck it, bro. Oh God. You know what that reminds me, bro. I was on TikTok. This motherfucker was the main post was like, I valued my mental health. So you see his grades: C, a B, C, a D, an F, C, A, and then he ends it with all C's, right? And the main thing that's on top of all this shit, good standing academically. And the last picture is just him graduating. And then the next picture is him at work. So what are we really talking about, bro? So anytime someone ever tells you to not value your mental health, tell them school awaits. C's get degrees. Amen. What's up, y'all? It's your host, Sensei AK, back in with another episode of my co-host.
What up, y'all? It's your boy, Pac-Man CXZ. Check me out on everything at PACCMANCXZ. You dig? Mm-hmm. We just hit 69 subscribers. Go ahead and be sexy and subscribe to my channel right now.
Oh God. Hey, we're talking to y'all. The 47 of y'all watching that just left a heart. Yeah, I need all that shit. I need all of it. But no, you know what? One thing that I think we all need to come together, we gotta let go of John Morant. We need to all come together and just say, you know what, bro? Go play with Dwight Howard, because you are being so unserious right at this moment. So
I think we've all seen the effect that NBA players have on children. Insert picture of white Allen Iverson. I just think that we should all, not we, like I'm in the NBA. Y'all niggas need to fuck. Let me slow down. Y'all have too much money to be doing this. Calm it down, bro. Be regular. Do some rich stuff. Buy a neighborhood. Be like, haha, I own your family. Do this. Like, I don't condone the actions, but then it's like you're not showing kids to be violent, you know?
Yeah, no. See, my okay. Let's start from at the head honcho and then work our way down. So the main reason, as we might know, for me not talking about this earlier, I really wanted to figure out what Adam Silver would say to this whole situation of John Morant getting caught again with a video of a gun in his hands in the car with the same homies that are doing nonsense. And at this point, I think we need to realize that it's not even his homies' fault that he's being OD. I think that's the thing. We need to all come together and realize that John Morant might just be the one that's trying to fumble the bag viciously.
No, he's just stupid.
What do you mean?
He's dumb.
Oh, this is just pure idiocy?
He's been reprimanded twice for like allegedly that time he beat up the kid and went and got a gun out of his house for he beat up a 17-year-old or something. And then he pulled out the gun on live before. Or no. The beam at the SUV.
You know what? Let's before we even get to there, let's just run through all the rap sheet of the nonsense this motherfucker's been pulling for the past 2-3 years he's been in the league. Okay.
You know what's crazy?
What?
That went as unconfirmed because nobody saw the gun.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely a gun now. To see you get caught with a gun visible twice. And then you still pull it out on live. The laser he was in Indiana with a beam throw this man in jail for idiocracy. Throw him in jail for being so stupid. He does not understand the ramifications of his actions.
Oh God. You know, let's start this. Let's start from the top. So John Morant signs damn near a supermax, like last year, 2 years ago, right? For $190-some million, right? Keep in mind, that's not the supermax. The supermax is $250.
He signed the max.
He was on the way to get to the supermax, and that's what we have today, where he did not make the All-NBA team for any of the three. So now we can come here and sit down and say there's 6 guards better than you. Let's really just be serious and say that. Yeah. Next, the reason why you went and lost this $40 million is because of you went and did not play enough games. It wasn't about talent. It wasn't about injury. It wasn't about none of that. It was that you didn't play enough games. So there is a ramification of the nonsense that you were doing that is affecting the team, right? Mm-hmm. And then as we keep going, so the first instance was it was like a finish line. And so there's an employee that was messing with his mom, and so his mom goes, you know what, nah, I don't like this interaction. Let me call my son. Calls Ja. Ja pulls up with 8 to 9 people deep. Nothing good can happen if someone pulls up to a place 8 to 9 individuals deep. The only thing that can happen is just escalate, bro. Bronem goes and runs inside the back door and locks himself in, and then you just see Ja bang on door. Come out! I'm here for you. Da 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 da. To the point where they had to call security. Boom. Next one. This is another altercation with his, oh my God. So his sister and mom are at a basketball game watching his sister play. And someone throws an insult. It gets a little heated. Ja gets up again, trying to start some more.
Nobody cares about Ja Morant fighting because somebody is insulting his family. We were talking about firearms only.
And here is the thing. It gets to there. These are all the steps that are coming after this. And then the next scenario, Ja Morant invites a 17-year-old to his spot. The 17-year-old throws a ball, hits his head, and then Ja comes up and said, nah. Beats his ass. Beats this 17-year-old's ass. Allegedly. Goes back inside, comes out with a gun, and shows him shit, right? Yeah. And then we go to the Indiana Pacers game, where one of his homeboys is on the floor of the court. They're sitting courtside, right? Gets into it. He gets escorted out the game. At the end of the game, allegedly, a beam is shown at the Indiana Pacers players.
It was like one of the facility. It was one of their faculty, but
it was
from an SUV to an SUV, and I was like, why are you doing this? That's why I was like, I remember, because you remember when I broke it down, I was like, I was driving here and I'm like, bro. So anyway, sir, and I'll play devil's advocate even. Advocate. I was watching this podcast with Paul George and Karl Anthony Towns. Man, eye-opening stuff. Cat said one of the first things they tell you when you get to the league is like, you're probably going to die of an enlarged heart. Like most NBA players have enlarged hearts. You're going to die of heart disease, most likely.
That's because they're just like big ass humans?
And all the
exercise
over time.
Okay, yeah.
So, just like you're gonna die young. So you give all these young guys all this money. Well, why not do a little bit of crazy stuff and go crazy? That's how he kind of explained like all the spending the money on haphazard shit. Mm-hmm. He's like, realistically, it's not impossible for me to die of a heart attack in the game. Like that's not what he said, but it's kind of like what he
implication. Yeah.
So. He's like, yeah, why not go spend the money? So do I kind of understand why Ja's out here, being wild with the gun? Woo! Mm-hmm. I mean, he's more of a regular sized individual, but to a degree, yeah. If you're running an F1 car and you don't really got the ability to repair it, you know, why not have some fun in that bitch? You got it, and you can't get rid of the bitch.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But with the thing it keeps running in my head, right? These actions are making him eventually. He is cutting the head off the golden goose without even recognizing it, right?
And then again, young with all that money, does he care?
That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, it's you're young with all that money, and you're like, I just did all this stuff, and I did what I wanted to, and I done made it. I'm gonna go crazy.
With 200 million, you can just I was listening to another podcast where they're talking. It's like, well, eventually everyone has a level of FU money, and 200 million just off of his playing stuff might be his amount of FU money. Yeah. And I think the NBA. Actually, whole time we haven't talked about the more crazier parts. Then we can get to the shotgun Willie of him brandishing his gun on his own live, not his gun, his friend's gun. And now in this instance, when he's showing the gun with his friend in the car unprompted, they're not even talking, bro. His homie just does this, and then he shows him, and then he pulls his actual gun out. On live, and then his homie's like, all right, bro, what's going on? What's going on?
What happened at the strip club? Were they just exposing him just for being there? Or
yeah.
did something happen?
It's more like he had a gun out at
the strip club.
Yeah. And it's not even so much of this being like an illegal thing, because that's one of the things people are getting at is like, oh, does he have his license to carry? First of all, I hope so. I hope, because carrying a gun when that's not your own, that's kind of.
There's no way that he doesn't.
Yeah, I hope so. So moving on from that, it's not the fact that he has the gun that the world is like, bro, what is you doing? It's the fact that you're an NBA player, and one of the clauses that are in your contract, you can't do nothing that makes us look bad.
Bro, Ja would have never made it through David Stern. He would have been out the league.
Tell him again.
David Stern said, take them damn chains off. I don't want to see no fucking do-rags. Ja out here with the blick. Oh, my God. Gilbert Arenas almost killed this man. He might have been out already. I don't even remember. I don't know if they overlapped.
Oh, continue.
No, he did. He did, because he told David Stern that he wanted the international pimp. That's why. So he gave David Stern a heart attack with this gun situation in the locker room. Ja Morant would have never made it through. Adam, I commend you for being flexible, but some things that this man did were for a reason, and the NBA became what it was for a reason.
And the thing that's crazy, did you see his apology, bro? It turns out his apology made that bitch off ChatGPT.
What do you mean?
He literally typed.
No. The fact that anybody thinks that the person that puts this apology out writes that is fucking stupid. All of these people that have, if you have like a manager and a fucking publicist,
of course
your publicist takes care of that shit. They have a whole fucking team that writes apologies, or maybe that's what the publicist does. I don't know. I'm not well versed in that, but like. That's their sector. They're like, apology. Oh, you fucked up. Shit. Okay, we'll fix it. Anybody thought that shit? They're ever real?
It's not that it's them typing it out. Of course not. John does not talk like that. No, that's not the point that I'm trying to get at. It's more as the fact of the optics of this nigga literally just put an apology and put I'm disappointed in my action. Sent. And then it's copy and paste. That don't sound insane. That ain't insane.
Because if you don't. Like Kevin Hart explained it kind of well when he did what happened? I think that's when
cheating.
When he got into it with Boss.
Okay.
I think he kept his personal trainer. Okay. I watched the documentary. It's been a really long time. I think he got into it with him. No. It was the gay shit. When they were trying to cancel him for the Oscars, he said it was a joke. I say what I said, deal with it. And he kept doubling down on that time and time again until it got to a certain point where he was like, okay, damn, this is actually starting to affect my career.
I'm losing my money, bro.
Publicist, please save me. Because he kept telling his publicist, shut up. No, I'm not gonna bend. I'm gonna just do whatever I want to. Shut up. Like, and then he was like, please, publicist, come save me. Where was I going with this? I don't know, but that's a fact for you. That's a story that happened.
It's I understand that it's not the actual athlete or the actor or whoever it is that's writing these apology letters. Is the fact of the optics of this motherfucker does not care. And then the funny part is the reason why I brought that up. There's a video.
Oh, that's why I brought that. I'm sorry. Can I cut you off?
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
The reason I brought that up is because Kevin didn't care. Like, He didn't care about that joke about his son being gay and taking the dollhouse away from him.
And hitting it on his
He
head.
told it in front of a whole bunch of people in a special that he put out. And that is still out. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give a fuck about that joke. But at some point, it started affecting his career so deeply. You're like, you got to do something about this. When you're already fed up with the issue and you think it's stupid in the first place, what do you have to say that's apologetic?
That's fair.
And who are you apologizing to?
That's true. No, that is definitely true. That's definitely. It's not the fact that he doesn't care about the apology. It's the fact that it's such a blatant slap in the face to Adam Silver, bro. He stands up and oh my God, Adam Silver said the craziest thing. He was like, "I'm appalled," and then he goes on this rant of how just disappointed and angry it is. Y'all niggas are gonna get a 41-game suspension. Y'all gonna get a 41-day suspension. Y'all should have did this last year, so y'all had a chance to get Victor Wembanyama. But now look at y'all for to miss the playoffs for nothing. Oh my God. So yeah.
Adam Silver need to check in. LeBron needs some help for real. I'm not gonna lie. Cause you know AD be like,
yeah, I mean, hey, they're fucking up the script. Not gonna lie to you.
Adam Silver, a good 6'5". I guarantee you he'll put up a good 6'2" and 2.
Niggas is talking about add him to the roster. Hell no, bro. Change the script. You know what? Speaking on that, these playoffs, this script is looking nice. This NBA script is looking something.
These playoffs, this next draft script is looking nice. The Spurs get Victor Wembanyama. What is this?
You know, no, let's listen to that first. Okay, so I've been hearing a lot of wishy-washy about how good Victor Wembanyama really gonna be. And me personally, I'm ready to bet my house that nigga nice. That he gonna be nice.
And like I said, I think we talked about this last week. It could be a just so happen once in a not a once in a lifetime, like a 1 in a million passing of the torch, just like LeBron and Jordan. But that's not guaranteed. Like,
okay,
for all you know, that motherfucker's already in the league, and he's just having a Jordan moment. He just hasn't got his team yet. So it's like Vic is all math put together. Vic is not supposed to last more than 5 seasons. He's too big, and they're gonna want to do too much with him.
Okay,
he should be injury riddled after it no more than 5 seasons.
Let him see Embiid a couple times a year. Okay.
He can put on some weight and stuff, but it's just like if he's not a literal freak of nature, if he's not a literal Kareem, he's too big.
Yeah, no, he's skinnier than when Giannis first started. And if you're thinking he's gonna start like building up to like half the extent, then he's gonna be what? 300 pounds? That's gonna be a 300-pound man on a skeleton. That'll be true. Yeah,
there's a certain size that people are supposed to be. Have you ever seen an 8-footer that doesn't have those canes? Like, there's a certain size that people are supposed to be. So once you start doing that in physical activity, that's why Shaq was special. It's like, how are you that good
and
that
still?
Fucking fast? You're the biggest person on the court and the fastest. It's possible. We've seen it. It's not guaranteed. I would love for Vic to be that guy.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that it was a guaranteed superstar pick. But one thing I will say is I saw him shoot a 3, miss, jump, get the rebound, and dunk it.
Yeah.
Off the...
No, Giannis shit. Like, Euro from the 3-point line.
There's... I don't think you could make a player this good on 2K for real.
Yeah.
He's taller than everybody, has a handle, can shoot technically. My whole thing is, the taller you get, the less, like, coordinated you're supposed to be. He's as coordinated as if he was 6'1".
Yeah.
This has never been before. And I would rather see him burn and crash on my team than burn and crash on some other team. Because if they don't pick him, the drafter is getting fired. I'm firing him.
Hey, just to talk shit, everybody loved to sleep on Yao. Yao had a shot. They just wouldn't let him shoot. We already had one. They just wouldn't let him shoot. He was too damn big. He couldn't run. They was like, stay your ass in the paint and block.
Oh, God.
Yao got a fucking shot, bro. You ain't never seen Yao at the 3-point line. That boy was wet. He was not Shaq.
That reminds me of, did you see the video of DeAndre Jordan shooting threes with Jokic? They're both just playing catch and shoot threes from the corner. Jokic hits it. DeAndre Jordan shoots it, hits the backboard, flies this way, hits the rim, flies that way. Just a bunch of missions. It's great. It's a great time. But no, if the Spurs do not draft him, the person that's drafting, they're getting fired. Everyone's getting fired. So this is a surefire pick. Period.
Like I said, you never know if we got a Markelle Fultz kind of situation. He got a little messed up little jumper. He's behind the scenes. You ain't heard about it. You never know.
He just has a. You know, speaking of Ja Morant, real quick, last Ja Morant thing before we really move on, bro. In your contract, you're not allowed to do extreme sports, i.e., skiing, snowboarding, or owning a motorcycle. And yet, Michael, folks, he fell, and that's how he hurt his arm. It's a depressing.
They can't end their NBA contract?
No, they cannot. It's detrimental. Not detrimental. It's like damaging the goods, kind of. That's why Jordan had to sign a thing where he had to be able to play basketball whenever he wanted to. So even if the likelihood of you getting hurt is very high, yeah, no, it doesn't.
The NBA sounds less fun every year. Kat said they have handlers, or no, not Kat. Somebody said they have handlers too.
Oh, like niggas that are like.
I think that was Shannon.
The person that like follows you around to figure out if like they're like wilding out.
Like, yeah, the NBA team gives you a handler to just like kind of follow you around and just be like, hey, you're wilding. You're about to lose all your money, bro. Stop. And I guess that's generally good.
I mean, okay.
It just doesn't seem like it would be fun.
These are $250 million investments. Bro, I'll kill you if you're playing with my money.
But this is my thought. Does everybody get a handler, or is it just for certain guys, or is it just for young guys? Because if everybody gets a handler and I'm fucking a regular ass, married ass, fucking Kawhi ass,
I'm gonna slap the fuck out this.
What are you following me for, bro? Get out my house. I'm eating breakfast with my kids, bro. I will hurt you.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No, I think it's the liabilities. It's the liabilities that they follow around. Because my whole thing is, it's not even like it was 8 years ago, where contracts were like 20 million, 35 million if you're a really, really good player. These motherfuckers are getting 50 M's. 50 M's. Not even to win a championship. It's for the opportunity to kind of win. So now, I'm going to continue to say this. We trade Ja and we let Tyus Jones just go crazy and just lead them to the promised land. That's really what we need in this life.
I fuck with Tyus. He was so good in 2K18. But I just, no. Trade Ja, you're a traitor. I just think that trade Ja is an insane, like, for who? Kyrie? Like who's gonna take the problem? You could get Kyrie or James Harden. That's it, bro. Or Ben. Like, what do you want?
I don't know, but figure it out, because this nonsense is gonna get to the point where we can't even use this person no more. We can't even use him no more.
But that's what I'm saying. You're gonna trade him for who? Kyrie, Harden, or Ben? These are your choices. There are no other choices.
Let's get like Pascal. Go.
No, you only get somebody problematic. Ja Morant is definitely gonna pull out a gun and cost me millions of dollars. You get one of the bums. You choose what you get. The individual that might not play because he don't want to. The other individual that might not play because he don't want to. Or sometimes fat, sometimes skinny Harden.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough.
Sometimes good, sometimes trash. Like
literally every other game, bro.
He'll sometimes be one of the best point guards in the league, and then other times you're like, how are you playing basketball?
You're not
professionally.
Damn, we're sending him to Division 3 level basketball. This type of hoops this motherfucker putting on right now.
No defense, can't pass for shit. None of the threes are falling. You'd be like, damn, I understand having a bad game, but why do you look so ass?
Bro, you know what? Let's say that real quick. These motherfuckers, bro. Holy shit. Oh my. I think we need to all come together, and I think we can all come together and agree that Joel Embiid is not better than Jokic. Let's come and say that shit.
Can we talk about this? Because it hurts me to say that Kendrick Perkins might have actually been right about something.
What was he right about?
So everybody wanted to get on Kendrick Perkins for changing the voters' mind by saying that it was racist for letting Jokic win. Mm-hmm. To a degree.
Okay.
I don't think it's because I think subconsciously, and that's the reason that they changed it.
Okay.
Because who else ever, other than Jordan, are they letting win 3 back-to-back? How many should LeBron have total, even if they're not back-to-back? But you'll give it to Jokic back-to-back-to-back? That's insanity, bro. And so I do kind of get why I don't agree with it, but then at the same time, the way that they switched that shit the next day, I think that they kind of saw some truth in it. So
Okay.
The voting committee.
Technically, making him an MVP 3 times in a row would have been fucking insane because
who else
he would
they have allowed that?
He would have been an all-time player, period. Cool, that's all said and good. Joel Embiid deserved to win it this year. Do you know why? Because Jokic was waiting for the fucking playoffs, bro. Why do you care so much? Like, that's so crazy. I feel like Jokic went and said, you know what? I don't even care. I don't even need it. He literally slowly stopped caring at the end of the season and just lowered his percentages for everywhere that he was shooting from. And they were still the first seed. So therefore, this regular season award does not mean nothing to that man. He's trying to get the chip. But as we get to the game 7, let's get to the game 7. You know what? Let's get to this game 6. You were supposed to close it out. Jason Tatum had 2 points by the 4th quarter, and y'all still lost. How do you let a man go for 19 in 1 quarter? Is that not insane? Just bucket after bucket after bucket. He was hunting you. You're a DPOY, right? How are you a DPOY when there's the opposing players? They're like, no.
Are you talking about Joel Embiid?
Yes, bro. The picking and rolling that nigga to death. How do you let that slide?
Well, to be completely fair, again, the math argument, the Celtics are supposed to win the everything. So
hey, but you're an MVP.
It's not like they lost to like the Grizzlies.
That's fair. But as an MVP, you got to get it done, bro. You got to get it done. There's a stat that came out, bro. He's the only MVP that hasn't got out the second round. And these are MVPs like Russ, Harden, all these other people got past the second round. But you.
To be completely fair, let's see what they do without Doc, because everybody wanted to say that he was a problem, and he gone now. So we gonna see if is it Embiid or what? Because we haven't had too much change there, except for losing a star player. A couple of them actually.
They've been acting nonsense, bro. Motherfucking bro. JoJo's had Jimmy. JoJo's had Ben Simmons, and JoJo has had James Harden. Can't get past the second round, bro. Is that not insane?
Yeah, everybody slept on Jimmy. Jimmy fucking around and making a Hall of Fame run right now. Like shit.
Don't let
Jimmy
that man get
not playing with y'all.
Don't let that man get the ring. Because me personally, if Jimmy Butler goes against the ring, I'll say he's top 10 for the jokes. I'll say he's top 10.
Bro,
no.
Jimmy get the ring. You go see First Take. It's gonna be a cold open. It's gonna fade from black. Jimmy gonna be just cracking Rachel Nichols. Say y'all niggas thought y'all could fuck with me.
Holy fuck!
It's just straight cheeks. Never on your best day.
Oh my god, the amount of light skins I blew out. What about that Nigerian? see, ran him. Your goat ran him. Like, what are we really sitting here and talking about?
Man.
Oh my god, is that bitch? Did that end? Or is that just happening?
So I think somebody's trying to join.
Nigga, eat dick.
So, Jiminy Butler, great story. Almost LeBron-esque. We would love to see you as a part of the Hall of Fame. It's unfortunate that you couldn't have done it on my team. It makes me sad.
I mean,
D Rose left his mark, but you left your mark. Great story. It just makes me so sad that you couldn't have been a part of our history.
oh my god, bro.
Such trash management,
bro. And the thing that blows me the most about Joel Embiid in the what's that shit called? In the press conference, he said me and James can't do it all. Nigga, Tyrese Maxey had more buckets than you. Tobias Harris had more buckets than you.
Defense.
Bro, fuck your defense, nigga. Jason Tatum has 51.
That's what I'm saying. If Jason Tatum's dropping 51 and Jaylen Brown's dropping 38, well, like, there's literally only so much that they can do, and then you forgot the other DPOY, Smart,
and then the other potential DPOY in Time Lord.
And you're acting like Al Horford ain't been in the league since it began. Like, this motherfucker got fucking XP out the ass. Like, come on now.
I mean, I understand. I get it. But once, actually, not even the fact that he's the MVP. My one rule about a player, if you're going to say we don't have help, or if you're going to complain about losing the game, you need 25 points. 25 points at least to come here and talk shit like I did all I can. Nigga, you had 13. What are we sitting here talking about? James Harden had 9 points.
It's the playoffs, man.
This is crazy. It's
the playoffs. AD every other game is looking like prime Shaq. He goes. AD is going every game. Scalabrini, Shaq. Scalabrini, Hakeem. Scalabrini, prime Dwight. Dwight right now. Prime Dwight. Like
Taiwan Dwight.
like literally.
Oh God, bro. So you know what? I'm not even too mad at it. Did you watch the actual playoff game? The Nuggets versus Lakers?
I've been sleeping on a lot of the playoffs. I might actually watch the finals, but
This one, watch this one.
Yeah.
Watch this one. Jokic had, what was it? 34, 21, and 15.
yeah, he's like an actual cheat code.
What are we? This is crazy, bro.
I wonder how the league is, or I wonder how America's gonna feel about that, because let's talk about this.
Okay.
America's people aren't America's best people. Like they're really not.
Then we go talk about
So what's gonna happen when all the TV jobs get taken by forwarders? The whole league is like Indian niggas. Like, what are you gonna do then, bro? They got the tech and NBA. Oh man.
Oh yeah, no. Oh God, there's just more Czech niggas. The
Bro,
fucking news.
the stadium food would probably go crazy though. You know, you switch it up a little bit, throw a
Have
little
real
ethnicity in
food
there. You know what I'm
sometimes.
saying?
Oh God, holy shit! You know what? On that points, bro. Y'all got one more chance. Don't let Wemby be good. If we don't let Wembanyama be good, that's one thing we need to come and sit down. I just figured out the other day that SGA is not even American. He's Canadian. That
No.
nigga's from Toronto.
No, like all of America's, and that's what I'm saying. Like Giannis and Embiid. If I could just list them all. Fuck around and found Trae Young is born in Mexico or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
There's a Filipino, a tall Filipino.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. You name all the stars, and it's like,
And LeBron getting old, Harden getting old. Harden is old. Like
KD's old.
Steph, KD, Paul George, Kawhi's knees don't work.
Kyrie's already Australian. Like, so it's like, what do you? Okay, his family was American, but he was born in Australia.
Fair enough.
So he's Australian as far as I'm concerned. So it's like, what are you like? We really don't have too much future to look forward to. It's like, hey, bro, I'm gonna be repping another country crazy.
Devin Booker. That's what we're gonna send.
Hell no. But I'm gonna be repping another country crazy pretty soon. I'm telling you.
Holy shit! All right, listen.
And then you can actually call it a world champion. I'd be okay with that then.
I feel it, gang.
Y'all had an opportunity. Y'all got basketball camps now.
Yeah, y'all been hooping forever, bro. Y'all had MJ. Y'all had LeBron.
Could you imagine that?
What?
You just get like the best player out of each like African country that has like eligible players. You get the best Ethiopian nigga. He's just playing OD defense. He don't even shoot. He just locked the whole game.
6'7" and sweaty. Looks like he's playing for Toronto Raptors.
Whole game. He not shooting nothing. He just glued. He got that stamina. He not going nowhere on your body.
At a Kenyan shooting guard, he's just running back and forth.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said defense the whole game. He not doing nothing.
Holy fuck! All of Africa is just a bunch of sweaty hoops. That's all it is,
Bro. That's how you stop Steph, bro. Give me a Somali nigga, bro. That's how you stop Steph, bro. I'm so serious.
They're just taking bad shots just like Steph.
I'm so serious. Give me an Ethiopian nigga, and that's how you shut Steph down. Chasing that motherfucker all around the court. Nah, bro, you're not getting rid of me. I'm not getting tired, bro.
Oh God, these Americans, they want it too easy. That's what I'm saying.
You, put that motherfucker in Denver. Oh man, it's over. That Mile High, you putting him right back in his environment. He keep misstepping up. Oh man, it's over, bro.
No, I saw this one NBA player talking about how like that's an actual thing. I thought motherfuckers was bullshitting. It's hard to breathe.
It's the altitude.
Oh my God, no, that's just crazy.
But people win though. So.
Do they like go to do Denver teams like go to other places and just like not just beat the fuck out of everybody, or is this year just the?
It's funny that you bring this up. I literally looked this up yesterday.
Okay.
There is an advantage. It says that you absorb maybe 10% less, and it like the air is like 20% thinner or something like that. So it feels harder, but it's not enough to like guarantee a win.
Oh, okay.
Because then
okay.
Denver would be smacking everybody and everything.
Okay. So it's a little advanced, but nothing. It like levels out eventually.
If anything, Denver would always win at home because everybody else would not have their conditioning.
I mean, shit. When you look at the Denver Nuggets, that's what the fuck they did. That is what the fuck they did.
How
but
long?
But on average, I feel that.
So yeah, hey man, give me fucking insert Ethiopian name here.
Holy fuck! Oh my god, what's the motherfuckers? Nah, forget it.
Give me Jonathan.
Oh god.
Shutting Curry down. That's, bro, and I'm not even joking. Like, I really want to see this now. Like, give me Kipchoge. Give me Kipchoge. Give him a 10-day and just see, what he could do to Steph.
Ever since the NBA went global, there's a bunch of motherfuckers that really realize how much money is in this goddamn game, and it's just smart to actually focus on doing this for a bit.
It's not even that. It's just that there's a lot of people that are going to work harder than American people, and they're like, well, I can take your spot for sure. I think Luka's proved that. He's like, I'm not even fast. I'm just better than you.
That's fair. On God, motherfucker literally just knows basketball better than you.
Factually.
You know what? One thing that I want to bring up. Did you see the Paul George podcast with DeMar DeRozan?
No, I did not.
So basically, first of all, I feel like NBA media, y'all count y'all days. It's over. It's fucking over.
They recruited JJ to try, but like,
it's over. It's over. Yeah. This bro, Paul George sounds like he's been doing this for a good minute. So now that you're about to actually get motherfuckers that were hooping, why am I listening? I'm only gonna listen to Stephen A. Smith. That's the only non-hooper, and Skip Bayless. That's the only non-hoopers that I even care to listen to anymore. But the reason why I bring this up, so he had DeMar DeRozan on the show, and as they were talking about how LeBron was just like running through the East, right? And one of the years he knocks out Indiana with Paul George. In the next round, he goes and sweeps the what's that motherfucker's name? The Toronto Raptors, the LeBron Total Raptors. Let's really keep it a buck. Let's keep that shit a buck. But as they were talking, they're like, yeah, no, he was running our shit. And then all over Twitter, y'all non-hooping dick suckers came out and was talking about these are just two grown men just reminiscing about a man running their cheeks. And my whole thing is, I feel like social media is really corrupting a lot of y'all because of y'all are missing out on the legacy of a man named LeBron Ramon James. That's really what that really needs to come to.
Knowing his middle name is insane dick suck. I've gone this many years of my life without ever hearing that.
When you look his name up, that's what shows up.
Nah. I ain't never seen, heard. How many times I got in an argument with y'all niggas specifically over LeBron's heights? Like, we gotta look it up. I have never. That's insane dick suck. I know how tall the nigga is. Middle name? Oh nah. That's next level, bro. Hop off, bro. You gonna break it? Like
I know my goat. Like, let's really be serious. But no, do you think it's wild that motherfuckers are here trying to minimalize such a crazy occurrence that's happening? I.e., the greatness of LeBron.
You act like the only difference between LeBron and Jordan is Jordan would actually like fuck your team up individually. He would go out of his way to turn up to that fifth gear that LeBron secretly keeps and doesn't tell anybody about. Mm-hmm. You think LeBron couldn't show up and drop 50 every night if he wanted to?
That's true.
Has he not proved he can do that shit whenever the fuck he wants to? Even
at age 36, yeah, no. And the part that's just insane to me, I remember there's this big conversation that was on Twitter where they were like, hey, no one's ever feared LeBron. Motherfuckers ever thought, most people just thought he was like a bum for real. We always never like ducked LeBron and things like that nature. And the amount of teams that LeBron has sent to the Shadow Realm is fucking insane. That shit is crazy. He literally just sent Golden State packing for real.
He's been in every playoffs for like the last 15 years, except for like 2. So yeah, I would hope that you win some of them.
What? Okay. I feel like that's very backhanded. Only some. He's won a lot.
But my thing is like you trying to make it seem like it's like a spectacle. Yeah, you've been in the shits for 15 years, bro. Mm-hmm. I would hope that you beat some teams.
Oh my god! It's more on the fact where people try and minimize I'm saying that word completely wrong, but it's the fact they try to like shorten the greatness of the type of players that he's playing against. I was having this conversation about how this playoffs has showed me this era of basketball, at least the top end players, like the top 20 players, fuck around. If we remove all accolades from all NBA players ever, these top players, these top 20 players, I feel like 15 of them are going into the top like 30. Out of all time, 15 of these players right now.
Because of stats, yeah.
What do you mean?
Rule change. Threes.
I'm not hearing that.
Hand checking is a different game.
Bro, hand checking, zones. You weren't able to play zones back then.
Zone has a better opportunity for you to get wide open threes. You're not shooting a wide open three with a hand check. You're getting swatted, bro.
But you'll be able to, if it was hand check, you're ISOing. That's one-on-one play.
That's an ISO, and I'm grabbing you and moving you around.
But if the only case is, well, let's just get really physical. All right, let's get really physical with motherfuckers like Jokic and LeBron and Giannis. And there's all these big players where it's like if physicality is really like the name of the game, let's do that shit. We're running that shit to the 18th degree. They're stronger now, faster. There's a bunch of things of that nature where it's like the talent level from like the 90s compared to now. I was looking at like the dream team, for example, like the top, what was it? I think it was like top 10, top 15 players, right? I feel like DeMar DeRozan, Devin Booker, they would be able to make that team. Would you call those two players top 10 here?
Top 10 what?
Like players, like in this like generation.
Devin Booker and who?
Like DeMar DeRozan. Or like a
No.
Zach LaVine.
But I think that you're also taking, like, you're not taking into account what those players did, though.
Okay, that's fair. That's
like
fair.
who was actually on the dream team.
Okay. So you more culturally than anything else is not so much like talent?
Culturally for sure. You acting like Michael Jordan isn't arguably one or two.
Okay.
You're acting like that's not a thing.
Okay.
You're acting like Magic Johnson isn't at least top 15, arguably top 10. Mm-hmm. And that's just two players.
Okay.
Of the, what, 10?
Of the top, like let's say top 30, yeah.
And they had, no, I'm talking about the dream team. How many players on the dream team?
Oh, like, it was like 13.
So,
12, 13,
and then you
yeah.
got, who else was on the dream team? They had Larry.
Larry, Clyde,
was Hakeem on there? Who was the center?
So, ooh.
I don't know who the center was. My whole point is just like they have to this day contenders for a top 15, top 20 spot. Like, you know, like I think that should tell you everything. And the game is easier.
Saying the game is easy, I feel like that minimizes how tough a lot of the players have gotten to this point.
I'll say this. The game is defensively easier. You don't have to play defense as hard, and the defense isn't necessarily as hard. Now, in the playoffs, when everybody's actually, like, committing to the zone, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Regular season, harder, bro. Regular season hand check versus regular season zone. Regular season hand check, 100%. And back then, it was more serious, too. It was more about the game as opposed to, like, you know, yourself and, like, being a little whiny bitch about your contract. But then at the same time, I kind of get that, too. So now it's more like, let me not take this shot because it's going to mess up my percentage, you know? As before, they were trying to win the game.
There is some people that do play like that. Yes, I will say that.
But that's why the 90s was the best era, because they were trying to play and win.
Okay, all right. That's dragging it. Have you ever watched the 90s basketball game?
Yes.
That shit is boring. That shit is so boring, bro. Not even so much on the fact that just like it's low scoring, but the fact that like it seemed like there's only ever two really good players on the court at any given game. There's not that many like really top end players that are really out here giving a show like there is now.
That's why the NBA evolved the way it did, because they didn't know how to use centers really. Or no.
The
I should
guards?
say they
Guards?
knew how to use centers, but they didn't know how to like be versatile with them.
Okay.
And then your forwards, like they were kind of there.
They were
You had Mike and Scotty, and then like the rest of the team is just kind of there. You know?
David Lee ass.
Like give me cool coach, come set a screen and get the fuck out the way. Like that was kind of the strategy.
And it was the reason why I bring up why zones are so important. There gave opportunities where you can't leave someone, except for if you're gonna haul ass and double team that motherfucker. So that leaves the opportunity of just like straight 1-on-1, except if you're gonna just completely bail.
You're talking about strategy. All I'm saying is this: the game when you are getting held on your waist for multiple different reasons, fatigue, the actual strategy, what you can do, that's shot selection and actual ability to move, is more difficult than a zone defense system. I'm not talking about strategy and it's harder. Harder.
You know what? I feel that. We will get way too much X's and O's if we keep going on that way. I'll feel that. But speaking on the downfall of individuals, the downfall of the red pill community, I'm here for it. Let me grab my suit. I'm ready for it. For y'all no bitches having ass niggas. It's over. It's done. It's cooked. Y'all bitches is lame. And your God has said it. Andrew Tate comes out and says, do not associate me with those red pill individuals. They're all lame. And he was cooking them too. And now that we have even Sneako coming back out of the woodworks as a brand new saved man. He's new. He's clean.
He asked a couple questions. I wouldn't say all that.
Fair enough. But it's a great sign. Motherfuckers really forgot that it was literally only 2 months ago that he was talking about all that real red pill shit. So seeing the 180 is so crazy to me. But still, it's a good sign.
Yeah, when you're not making no money, it makes you make decisions real quick. Fit podcast and was sitting across from they were on a video call. They were on a video call with the godfather of the red pill, and he had put out a tweet that stated, "You need to do these things to become a high value man." And Sneako questioned one of the bullet points, because one of them was, if you want to be a high value man while you're in your 20s, get a vasectomy, because they are.
Oh, that part. Okay.
Because they're technically reversible. And there's super technically on that. Super technically, right? So his questioning was, you're telling these girls to have self-control and not have sex with all these dudes and all the rest of the shit, but you're telling men have so little sexual control that you literally have to not be able to produce semen.
That's so insane.
So why is his question is, why do you believe that? Like, why are you putting that out there? Would you tell your child that? And then the guy kind of danced around it, and he didn't want to talk about it, and Myron got uncomfortable, and you see it's a new chapter for Sneako. I'm happy that he's coming back to not being a dumbass. I never felt like he was all the way dumb, but the shit he was talking for so long, man.
You know what? Oh my God. After they were talking about the getting a vasectomy, they were looking into it a little bit more, and it turns out that's literally, doctors go and they tell you, if you're gonna get this, don't plan on having kids. just slowly, just get that idea out your mind. It's just not gonna happen. The reversal rate, I think it was like after 10 years, it said quote unquote
5.
like after 5.
After 5 years, it drops from like 90 to like 30.
Holy shit!
So
I
it's
thought
like,
it was 10.
So it's like you.
So you gotta be 25 before you figure out your decision.
A lot of doctors won't give you a vasectomy before you're 25. It's like getting your tubes tied. A lot of doctors just won't, like, morally, they'll just be like, no, because they don't have to.
Find another doctor.
They literally don't have to. They'll just be like, no, I don't think that you should do this.
Wow, damn! I did not know it was 5. Cause like the whole thing that I was thinking about it to myself. Doesn't that fuck with the way your body processes things if you're stopping yourself from having semen?
No,
it doesn't fuck with yourself. Like you're not
Are we doing a biology lesson right now?
Fair enough.
I'm just like, how graphic do you want to get? I have your answer, but
cook. I need it. Cook.
So you have your prostate, right? And that is what creates the juice that your semen swimming, right? So that'll come out of your dick, kind of like pre-cum, kind of sorta. But you just won't be able to get anybody like pregnant. So when you come, does something come out? I think,
But it's
it's
just a pool of dead swimmers.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, there's nothing. There's nothing in it. It's not that they're dead. You still have like your balls work. They're just not connected.
Oh wow.
They don't just like cut your balls off.
Oh, so it's like well, they like just tight, technically.
It's like you have like a tube and they like just cut it.
Holy shit. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Oh my god.
So it like
and they were just advising the children that watch their show to do it.
Yeah, so that you don't have children and so you could become a high value man
And like work on
you
yourself.
You don't get tied down to a woman and single mothers and like, bro. It's like the dumbest reason though. Why don't you just keep your dick in your pants and go to work? Like that's way easier and less expensive, bro.
Well, the craziest part about the whole like conversation that they were having, bro said you needed to fuck bitches to figure out if you really like them or not.
I mean, I mean, is he wrong? Like, nah, that's actually insane.
And motherfucker was talking about you need to get like 30 to 40 bodies before you start like really understanding women for real. All right, Jane the fucker, chill the fuck out. Oh my god,
They be saying all kind of. Did you see the Broke Man remake? It's like a Mexican dude and like his black friend, bro.
Were they the two get the fuck out? That one.
He's tweaking. Fresh and Fit. I'm not okay with your clones and the people that you've inspired because they're all so terrible.
I told y'all this in June. In June, I said this. Content creators like motherfucking Tate and the Fresh and Fit and all the motherfuckers, they're gonna make clones that do your shit, but worse, but like clones.
So the clone that I'm speaking of specifically, he kicked his guest out because he asked all the girls. It's the exact same setup as Fresh and Fit. Like it looks like they're in the same apartment building.
Bunch of bitches.
It looks like they're in the exact same apartment building. It's scary. So he asked everybody to go around and rate all the dudes there. So somebody gives him a 3 and he tweaks because he's like, oh, you only rated me that because of how I've been treating you. Matter of fact, if you don't like it, you can get out and leave, bitch. And like he says it like that though. So I'm like, you're putting this out like voluntarily, and it's just like Fresh and Fit. The black guy didn't say shit. Like what's his name? Not Myron. I always forget his name.
I wanted to say Prince, but I said different show.
Fresh. He
Fitz.
just always sitting there and don't say Walter. Just sitting there and not saying shit.
Myron is the light skin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just sitting there and not saying shit. So the black guy is just sitting there. He's like, get out and leave, bitch. Da-da-da-da-da. He started tweaking. He's like, watch her. Make sure she don't take shit when she leaves. Da-da-da-da. So they go around and they rate the rest of the room. When I tell you, Fresh and Fit, don't see me. Don't run into me. I got a little more than words for y'all because I'm not okay with how you are influencing the youth. It is not only cringe. It is wrong. It is immoral. And you need to repent and speak and not be representative. What you need to be confronted for your actions.
Yeah, no. I remember watching someone use Fresh and Fit dialogue in real life in front of the host. And after that moment, I said, y'all niggas need to be stopped. All right, y'all. Do you have any posts you want to tell to the people?
Make sure you, if you have any friends that watch Fresh and Fit, make sure you wash them with holy water.
Stick them in the throat.